Footsteps meet on hardwood floors, laughter still in front of doors. Different tongues but hearts the same, learning life beyond the name. At the International English Cafe, talk your troubles right away, sip your tea and stories play. At the International English Cafe.
Three, two, one. Here we go. Hi, welcome to the International English Cafe meeting. I'm your host, Tan, or I'm one of the many hosts, but from today, I'm your host. Today is Friday night in the Western Hemisphere. It is Saturday morning in the Eastern Hemisphere. Today's topic is persuasive speech. Why choose the International English Cafe? So what the agenda will be is, first I'll play a YouTube video, which that part will be cut off from this recording part because want to avoid the copyright and such and such. Afterwards, I'll jump back to the recording again, and we'll kind of go. I'll have the article for the Purdue Global regarding how to write a persuasive essay. And through that, we'll use that format, how to write a persuasive essay, in order to have the members to perform a persuasive speech in answering why choose the International English Cafe. So with that, we'll get things started. So I'm going to cut the video right here so that the members could watch the video and avoid the whole copyright thing. So I'll be right back. Zoom recording. Okay, so we're back from the video, and I actually went through the part of the article too. So with that, does anybody have any, I already asked if anybody had any questions and such, but since that's kind of a no, would anybody like to volunteer to go first to, in a sense, to perform a persuasive speech as to why choose the International English Cafe?
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Thank you. I think there are several reasons for me choosing International English Cafe. I think the name is correct. And the first reason is about the security I feel in the group, especially in the WhatsApp group. When I joined this group, I found the group conversation, it seems that it is monitored by the other administrators, and some uncomfortable words had been deleted by the administrators. So I feel it is safe and give me a sense of security. And plus, the rules is posted on the WhatsApp group. We can see the rules clearly. So I think that is the security can ensure and give me. And the second reason is about the communication provided by the cafe. They say the communication can ensure the participants, including myself, can be informed by the events, no matter in the Facebook events or the WhatsApp groups. Furthermore, the events is wider. The events are not limited to the International English Cafe. It also includes other groups, for example, the ICEC and other universities English class. Like I joined the intermediate class to have some free classes. I think that classes are really helpful to improve my English. So I believe that so I really appreciated the English Cafe can provide so many many opportunities for me to improve my English. And for the room meetings, yes, I also think the hosts can break out the rooms and have some regulations for us to ensure the room meeting is secure and some privacy, something like that. And the third reason is about the activities held by the International English Cafe. For example, the video challenge activity by the group. I can post my video to practice English, and I can also get some likes from the participants. So I think these activities also engage me to practicing my English and improve my English. And the final reason is about the advertising or the promotion, not limited to the own groups, but also include the YouTube and other useful events. So that is all my experience. And also when you join the group, you can also feel these activities and the active atmosphere provided by International English Cafe. Thank you.
Thank you. Cool. Would anybody like to comment? Because like to me, I think Landey did a good job like listing a lot of things out. That was actually 4 things instead of 3. Usually 3 is that magic number for most people. Like, but the more you want to list, that's fine. Yeah. So and I liked how you had everything very well organized. So it made things very understandable. Okay. Yep, Kholis.
Okay, hello everyone. Nice to see you again. Yeah, from my point of view, that I'm very excited because today I can join, even I don't have a free time to join in the last week. And from my point of view, this community is very essential for me to practice more in spoken English. I can learn how to speak in front of people well, firstly. Secondly, I can improve my vocabularies because my problem is lacking of vocabularies, and I can knowing each other, people from around the world with different cultures, with different ethnics. And the last thing that I very, very proud of this community because this English cafe join Zoom meeting is very consistent. Every Saturday, it's be held by tons to be a house. And yeah, this is very essential for me. And in the future, I hope I can join all of these schedules because I see that in this group there is so many schedules day, not only for Saturday. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Sounds good. A little bit shorter and sweet, but you went over a few other different things that of why to choose the International English Cafe, right? We're ranging from your improvement in your vocabulary, the I guess not nicety, but like the convenience of the the scheduling of your time so that it kind of aligns better with you, things like that, and being able to make connection with people, right? That sense of networking. Very nice. Okay. Would anybody else like to go or speak further on or comment on what has been said so far?
Yes, I uh, hi everyone. I would like to answer why you choose International Cafe English. I knew this group a long time, and why? Firstly, uh, mm, I think it's very comfortable for everyone in the world for a beginner beginner for beginner for beginner with who I want to learn English for beginner. Firstly, they have a lot of small group about the grammar, about the reading and pronunciation, and with a topic recording in the Facebook. Uh, I join and I can read it many times. Yeah, and also certainly I think when I join the a holy meeting, I can read it uh, a lot of many topic about the social media, about the culture, about the family. Yeah, I can show my idea. I feel very comfortable and can I have a lot of activity to learn. Um, and uh, uh, furthermore, international have a lot of some time for everyone from Monday to Sunday. Yeah, we can enjoy another time when we feel comfortable. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much.
That's pretty good. Being able to talk to like um, connecting with other cultures, right? Um, being able to um, kind of like what was previous said, right? In terms of the convenience and time. You mentioned how that you've been part of this group for a while, and you're kind of giving that feel like it gets into a little bit of storytelling, right? To try to speak or express things to reach to people's emotions. Yeah, I like where you were going with that. Pretty good. Okay. Would anybody like to go next? Okay. So for myself, why do I choose the International English Cafe? For me, I'm an American-born person. I've been speaking English almost all my life. Uh, I really don't need to uh, learn English per se. Uh, so why do I choose the International English Cafe? So for me, I mentioned this in previous meetings before. You may see this in other videos of mine, but I mentioned that one of my goals is to practice listening to other people speak, especially in different accents. My goal is to be able to better understand people. So when you think about the English language, there's probably something that's considered a standard accent or a standard way of pronouncing things. But then, what is actually the standard way? Is it American Standard English? Is it British Standard English? Is it Australian Standard English, right? Maybe a Singaporean, who even knows? Is there really that type of standard, and whose standard do we choose, right? You'll start to see that there's this sense of diversity that we all can engage with when it comes to a language. And there's the beauty in it, right? Because then you can have this sense for something that's maybe different in terms of culture, in terms of understanding, thought process, things of that nature. And it's an eye-opening experience. So for me, one of the things that I think about and why I choose the International English Cafe is this sense of being able to kind of embrace things of different cultures, just this kind of global / international / diverse sense of mindsets, sense of way of doing things, way of living, just that totality of that. And what way to experience that is where you can just join a group that is international. It's in the name of this group, International English Cafe, right? I find that this is a really good go-to place for me, particularly. I've experienced other groups out there, but this is the one group that I find one that is very comfortable to be in, but also I find myself learning a lot from other cultures. Secondly, for me, just making connections with people, right? We live in a world where everything is virtual, or most everything is virtual. When we reach out to things, we would find a lot of that's on the internet, social media, things of that nature. So making connections with people through this kind of platform is pretty nice. Now, instead of me having to go out in person to make friends, now I have a different avenue. And through this different avenue, I get to engage and see a lot more that goes beyond what I would normally see in person. So there's advantages that I can have through this. The third thing for me is, as a host of the International English Cafe, more particularly, like I'm one of the helpers in terms of trying to help promote, help to advertise things with the group through the social media. For me particularly, I've been doing a lot for the YouTube. So this is something where I'm not paid for this, right? But what I'm after is being able to gain a skill set. The skill set is in terms of the ability to present, the ability to market, the ability to edit videos. So there's an aesthetics that is to be portrayed. There's kind of this practice, or my ability to be able to practice how to get attention or get eyes on us, basically, right? I find it really interesting. This is the kind of things that you would learn from a master's of business administration course. This is me just using those kind of the things that I learned through there and just putting it to practical use in this kind of format, and then see how it works. So there's times where I see that, yeah, maybe my ideas or my way of portraying things could use a lot of work. And then there's other times where like, oh, I hit the button just right. So I find that this is pretty good just to kind of get this feeling of like, okay, I could do this, and it leads to people actually being interested and wanting to participate. Whereas there's other ideas where like, yeah, I've seen better days, right? But this is a group that's allowing me to be able to play around with this, and I do get the feedbacks. And a lot of the feedbacks you guys provide for me actually help me to be better and better, right? So those are the things to me that why to choose the International English Cafe, right? There's that sense of diversity that I'm looking for, right? There's my ability or me trying to improve upon understanding people, and also like me trying to use a lot of my knowledge and learning and apply it to here and actually get feedback in terms of how to improve. This overall leads me to become a better and better person. And I think that's one of the great aims of this group, is doing so, right? For the most part, everybody's aiming to be better in terms of improving their English. But for me, you guys are all making me a better person in terms of building me up for my other skill sets. So I hope that this sense of cohesion that we have with each other can allow for us all to grow. So thank you. That's it from my speech. Would anybody else like to go next?
Hi, Tan. Yes, I would
Okay.
like to say something or give my opinion.
Go
Right?
ahead.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for sharing about the paragraph or passage, how to make how to say, like persuasive essay or persuasive speech, Yeah, but for me, honestly, I don't write any essay because there is no purpose for that. But yes, in one side, the other side, I always do a speech, something like that. So I think it is very useful for us, not just for writing or essay, but also for speech, right? Yeah, and yeah, there are many reasons, or there are many keys to make our speech are convinced or persuasive. That means our audience will get the conclusion clearly, right? So I think as a speaker, we have to know what the idea, what the topic, to make our audience get clearly about what I'm saying about. Yeah, and anyways, thank you so much, and I will learn about this. And the other thing I would like to say about why I choose the International English Cafe, even though there is no coffee or tea every meeting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just joking. Sorry.
No, that's good.
Okay. Yeah. And for me, I think all of us as a participant do agree that our main purpose why we join or choose the International English Cafe, just of course to improve our English. That's the point. And why I choose that, I think there are many reasons, like others said, that the first thing, of course, we considered that there are many or multiple hosts that very qualified about the English, like Thanh. I know that you were growing up in the America and lived there, so we believe that you don't need to learn English. But even though you said that you don't need learn English, but you want to listen from others, to know about their action, something like that. So I think I appreciate about that. But for me, as I said before, there are many multiple hosts that can teach us by their own method, and we can choose that, refer to our, let's say, our needs. And the other thing, of course, the time, because the English International Cafe provide a lot of random schedule, random time, so we can choose, or we can choose it depend on us when we are free, and then just jump into the class, something like that. And the other thing, the well organized, because I got some information clearly about the schedule, and then we can choose it by our time. Yeah. And the other thing, the variety of lesson, because every host, they bring up their own topic that we can learn, and then we can choose it. Yeah, so there are many reasons, but for me, one thing for sure, the hosts are very qualified. Yeah, so no doubt. Until now, I think I would say that I have been joining the International English Cafe for more than, let's say, 2 or 3 years, So yeah, so I appreciate that. And one thing more, I would say there is no cost at all, just using. Yeah, but for you, I think, Thanh, I appreciate you because beside you improve your listening skill to others, and also probably you improve your skill about editing, or sharing, or making it posted in on your channel. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So there's a lot of trying to appeal to the audience's emotion and how Dyana was speaking. I really like that a lot. Like even adding in a little bit of humor too. Ooh, really nice touch. I like that a lot. Good job. Okay. Let's see. So there's both Joe and Juan. Would either you like to go? Hey Juan,
Hello, thanks.
how's it going?
Okay, you talk the for example, the topic, the cafe internet, use the ethos, pathos, the other thing,
Logos.
logos. Yes. For example, in my case, use this way. It's important. See the cafe internet give the opportunity, the practicing your English and practicing your new learns that you learn all days. And it's important try to they use these words in the meetings. I think the meetings is very important in your practice in the English. And I think the it's more important the other people understand your English, no? And I think the better situation is use your English. Maybe your English is bad in the grammar, no? But I think the more important opportunity to give the meetings, the cafe internet, is to use your English and practicing your English, no? Maybe for other people not it's important, try to talk to the other person, but for me, it's very important the other people understand your English. And other thing important for me is the expression, the face, the other person, no? I think it's true your use your English and use the new words in the meetings. I think for me it's very important practicing in the meetings, in the class, the other teachers in your class, and exist different ways to try to learn English, and the more important is speak and other people for me. Thank you. Thank.
Nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, like you're pointing out how for you, right, like to be able to express yourself and how people understand you, right? Those are very important things. And being able to have that platform to practice those things, right? Which is the reason why to choose the International English Cafe. Very nice. Cool. Looked like Joe stepped away for a little bit, but yeah, today's meeting isn't going to be that complicated. It was just basically the one question and turning that into something that you guys can all use as like a verbal essay, right? Overall, I would say pretty good job. Could you guys do better? Sure, right? Like there's always ways where we could do better. But I think you guys hit most of the important aspects of a persuasive essay, right? A lot of what you're using to persuade why to choose the International English Cafe, a lot of it comes from your own experiences of being part of the International English Cafe, right? So some of your experiences entail some of the networking that you have had with a lot of the members, right? Things of where you have improvement in your English. Lots of areas where you can see kind of a variety or a sense of diversity that you normally would not, see in person. There's, a whole bunch of lists that you guys all went over. So there are certain things that you may have overlapped in each other for the reasoning, which that's fine because that's, if that's what our reasoning is, that's what our reasoning is. But then there's also other things that were different from one another. I would say this is a pretty good set of reasons why choose the International English Cafe. So yeah, pretty good job. Mind you, this, like the way I have the format of my calls, right? It's supposed to be a tad bit challenging because you're performing a speech. This is not something where you're answering with a one to two sentence answer type thing. So it's not easy to perform a longer form content that's about at least 3 to 8 minutes long. You'd be surprised how long that is, right? So I would say, an applause for everybody because that's not so easy to do, and you guys are doing a pretty good job. There's areas where you could improve in terms of your pronunciation, maybe a little bit of grammar, but to at least put you guys to the challenge, right? And to be able to have you guys have that format of thinking, right? An introduction, body, section, and then conclusion, right? To be able to have that sense of logic to organize your thoughts that way. You guys are doing a pretty good job. So just keep at it. Welcome back, Joe.
We save the best for last, assuming I'm last.
Yep.
Make sure you can hear me okay. And because I see the screen that you posted, but I'm always willing to see the faces of the people that are in here that show their face. You know, I listened to what everybody said, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with what they shared with us. And I'm trying to come up with the main reason why I joined and stayed this long. And I think the first fact is that the admin allowed me to go live anytime I want, as long as it's within the schedule. And I respect that. Number two, education was very good to me. I mean, they pay you to talk. It's like paying football players, basketball players to play. And I found that amazing. All you have to do is be dedicated. Dedicated. I realize everybody has responsibilities, families, work, hobbies, doing everyday things. And if you have kids, you definitely have a handful. And yet, part of their goal is to practice or become better at English for many different reasons. Somebody mentioned we do this for free. And I like that because the education paid me incredible money. And now it's time to give back to those who are serious. For some reason in my head, I kept thinking about Bill Gates. Everybody knows the name. Bill Gates. And he was giving a talk to a graduation class. This is telling a story to convince people. He was telling a story at a graduation class at one of the universities. And the question was that he asked, how many had a professor they didn't like? Everybody raised their hand. There's always one. And he said, the moment you get into the real world, you're going to find many that are worse than the professor. And you need to deal with it. Now, why am I sharing this with you? And again, I know you have commitments, responsibilities. Oh gosh, my wife's coming with the food. That's all I do around here is eat. You, in my opinion, and of course, you don't have to do anything that I suggest, need to experience everything when it comes to English. The good, the bad, ugly, and ugly. Famous movie in the 70s. The point is, you can learn from anybody and everybody if you take the time, if it's possible, and practice an hour, 30 minutes, whatever it takes. And I'm going to be honest with you. I love numbers. Big investor. Thanks to the salary they gave me. Teaching. 14,000 plus people. And I saw or read one of the teachers had 70. I think it was a new record for him or whatever. 70. Now, 70, 14,000. Where are the rest of the people? You know, we can make excuses. We can make excuses why they're not showing up. But you know what? Don't waste your time with them. You find time to achieve your goal and go after it. So I think you can revert everything I said to why I joined. And in a nutshell, to speed things up, it's to simply help those that want to be helped. And if you don't, no problem. Stay away. I don't need you, and you don't need me. And that's my way of sharing my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you. So if you were to take what Joe said, right? First of all, the cadence, wonderful, right? Speaking slowly is one way to help improve your English, but one of the public speaking tricks is having a slower cadence, using lots of pauses. That way you give time for the audience to think about what was said. Very nice. Those are very key techniques in terms of speaking. Going over other things, right? The use of numbers in there to give facts and figures, but also to how to drive things home with appealing to emotions, to inspire. It's very, very spot on, right? These are particular techniques to use to be able to persuade. So very nice. Okay, so with that, we went through everybody's, in terms of speech. How does everybody feel? Anybody, anybody have any particular thoughts, comments, overall with today's topic?
Yeah, Tan, may I say something a little bit?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, it's very interesting. First of all, thank you so much to Mr. Joe for giving such kind of valuable, valuable inspiration for us as a participants. And I totally do agree. Like Tan said, when we are speaking, I think we have to make our speaking in a moderate or in a good speed. Like Joe, I totally understand what he said, because he make the speech like, very clear. And I don't know, because we are as a student or as a participant, so Joe made it like how to say, slowly, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay. But for me, because in my native because in my native language, almost I speak fast, so it can happen to English, even though sometimes I don't know, probably because of my habit speak fast, so I use it in my English. But I think nowadays, by hearing from Joe, I think it's better for me to manage my speak to make others understand. Yeah. And the second thing, I'm so sorry because I can't open my camera right now because I just wake up and then jump into the class. So it's not proper to open my camera. But I do agree, for us, even though we are as a student or participant, opened up camera is one of a good way to make others understand me, not just for my words, but also they can see my face, my intonation, my expression. So yeah, I do agree what Joe said, or what Joe advised and Ten said. Try to open camera is one of a good way to deliver our message, not just for my words, because we are, as a student, probably people can can see my express and then can relate my words to my expression. Thank you anyways. Thank you so much.
Thank you. By the way, I'm a little bit more lenient with the whole camera thing, just because haven't seen in other people's meetings. Opening your camera does take up a bit of bandwidth, which then could affect the your ability to hear and or deliver or to communicate out what you're saying, because you might find that instead of the lag being about maybe 1 second long, your lag now is like up to 5 seconds long. So whatever I just said here, you might be hearing it 5 seconds later, right? Or it could even be worse than that, which then leads to kind of a weirdness in how things are communicated out. Sometimes you might even experience freezing. We've seen some of this in Frida's meeting way back in the past when she was trying to host some of her meetings, and sometimes she had difficulty, so she had to turn off her camera. So for me, I'm a little bit more lenient with that. My main focus is, will you are you going to speak? And for this case, everybody has done a good job, just stepping up to the plate. So very nice. Okay,
Hi,
Landey,
may I?
go ahead.
Yes, may I comment? Yes, thank you. And thankful for this topic. I think it's very helpful because I'm a student here. It helped me how to figure out my own essay or assignments. And the second point is about the speaking slowly. Yes, I agree with Diana. I'm not sure whether I pronounce it right. And yes, I also person who speak very fast in my own native language. When I talk with others, I speak very fast. Sometimes people couldn't catch up with me, and through this meeting, I understand probably slow down a bit and try to give a pause, giving a pause to my own self. Not only is to give a deep breath for myself, relaxation, but also give the audience, the listeners, some time to think about whether they can understand what I say. So that is the communication. Communication is just help each other. All the parts can understand you, or the audience can understand what I'm talking about. Yes, I have some new insights about the conversation, and especially for the English intonation and rhythm. In the past, when I practice my English, I just follow my native English, try to set flat, no intonation and no rhythm. And I agree with that. Yes, slowly, speaking slowly a bit. And the final theme is about the International English Cafe. I agree. Thai, is it right? Sorry. I agree that International English Cafe provides me a multiple culture environment and allows me to communicate with people from all around the world. Even though they are non-native speakers, I can learn different accents, and listening to English in different accents can improve my listening. When I started my first year study in New Zealand, I arrived here, and when I went to buy a car, the salesman was Indian, but it is hard for me to understand what he was talking about with me. Sometimes I try to ask him to give me to type the words on his phone and show me what he is trying to say. So I really thankful for the International English Cafe. So that is my points. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,
just
may
delve
I-
in further. Oh, go ahead. Yep.
May I interject, share information? And I've said this before, but we may not have people that heard me in the past. Your voice can be powerful if you use it correctly. I'm reminded of the story when your president talks on television. And I don't know if it's male or female, or if you have a president. Do they speak fast to everyone? Or do they speak clearly, slowly, in order to get the message across? And I know the answer. Now, after years of practicing talking to students from elementary school to the university, you become pretty good at the use of your voice, and especially talking to parents, thousands of them. Why not slow down? Because the objective is to communicate. Because if I start talking very fast, you won't understand a goddamn thing I'm saying, especially about the Red Sox and me playing shortstop. I've always wanted to join. Other than a bad word, you don't understand me. And I can do that with an American. But I'm sensitive to you, and that's why everything is clear and slow. Because if you don't know a word, you can think about it when I pause. And then it might make sense. Or you say, can you repeat? It's up to you. I want to not only teach you English or practice English, but some other ways that you can be better. And using your voice is one way. But it's up to you. It's up to you. Or, okay, thank you.
Thank you. By the way, side note, would you rather, because like I have a friend that also is a big Sox fan herself too. I mean, she lives in Boston, so like, you know, anything that's Boston related, you know, that's, you know, Bruins, Celtics, Patriots, you know, that's it's go Boston basically. So for the World Series that just, you know, that had just passed, you know, obviously would have preferred to have the Red Sox in there instead of the Jays and the Dodgers. But did you, like, out of the two teams that were in the World Series, was there a particular one that you would have favored if the Sox wasn't in it?
You know, I'm an American League supporter, but this time I wanted the Dodgers to win, and they did. Great game, but I only saw the highlights, the main parts, because it came across Facebook.
Cool. Okay. So in terms of this topic, anybody else with comments, questions, or thoughts? Okay. So this is basically uh, um, the ending portion of the comments, questions, or thoughts part. We already did the whole topic part of persuasive speech, why choose the International English Cafe. For the most part, overall, all the members did a pretty good job utilizing some of the, I guess, manners or ways of persuasion, right? You know, having the sense of credibility, your ethos, right? Appealing to the audience's emotions with pathos, and you know, trying to express things that make sense overall, right? The logos. So by being able to sound reliable, right? Appealing to people's emotions and you know, having things make sense, you can from there be able to persuade people to do whatever it is that you're intending, you know, intending for the call of action to be, whether it's to agree with you, to basically think of something in a different way that you know, you'd want them to think, to maybe change their minds or something of that respect, and so on and so forth, right? So this has been a pretty good session with persuasive speech. I want to try to see what I can do with this next time around, but you guys did all a good job. So thanks very much. And I call meeting adjourned. So have a good day, good afternoon, or good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Doug. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And click.
Words collide like fiddles hum, every accent's welcome some. Round the table, dreams are shared, across the world and love is aired. At the International English Cafe, talk your troubles right away, sip your tea, let stories play. At the International English Cafe, we don't need no passport stamp, just a cozy quarter lamp. Face to face we find a way, in a little cafe day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. Patchwork lives with thread we weave, stories told when you believe. At the International English Cafe, words collide like fiddles hum. At the International English Cafe, words collide like fiddles hum, every accent's welcome some. Round a table, dreams are shared, across the world and love is aired. Our love is aired, across the world and love is aired. Across the world and love is aired. English Cafe, we don't need no passport stamp, just a cozy quarter lamp. Face to face we find a way, in a little cafe day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. Here's your face, we find the way, in a little cafe day after day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. But here we spin our own wardrobe. But here we spin our own wardrobe. Patchwork little cafe day. Hey, accent charts might trace the globe. We don't need no passport stamp, just a cozy corner lamp. Face to face we find the way, in a little cafe day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. But here we spin our own wardrobe. Patchwork lives with thread we weave, stories told